Why do it? So there are three constituencies that matter. One is us, for owners, meaning you, meaning me, for my firm. We want to have a secure retirement, and we want to have we want to be financially well off, right? We want to go through, in retirement. So we got to do stuff to make sure that we are, and we want to have the peace of mind knowing that this firm is going to continue, that the legacy lives on, right? So for you, like, that's what's important for you. That's what's important for me as a firm owner. For our clients, as a firm owner, we want to make sure that there's uninterrupted service, the relationship continues, and clients trust in our firm's long-term commitment. They're like, yeah, I see, George is getting old, and I don't know what's going to happen once he retires. So we don't want the clients to feel that, or wonder what he's going to do. He's going to sell the firm to somebody, and is that when I'm going to wait away or whatever, right? So we want to continue the relationship that we've built, and the trust we've built with our client for so many years. So we want to take care of our clients, and then our team. Yeah, we want to have this clear pathway and growth opportunities for our team, so they're not afraid. Like, yeah, George is getting old. I don't know what's going to happen. He's getting, I see him slowing down, and the comments he's making about this or that. He's getting fed up, or he's ready to go in a year, 2 years, 3 years. All right, and these three constituencies are super important. Every firm owner, and this is, I love our profession and the people that are in it. They're really good people. Accountants are very, very good people. They're not shysters by any imagination of the word. They're just bloody good people. They care for themselves. They want to take care of themselves. They want to take care of their family, grandchildren, and so forth. So, we want to do that. We're very client-centric. We don't want to hurt them in any way. So we want to take care of our clients, and then we want to take care of our team. So now I want to, kind of the big picture with succession planning is we want to have a plan that takes care of all these three areas. Now I want to talk about, for you, a couple of quotes. One from the Social Security Administration saying, those retiring at age 65 or greater have an 11 percentage point greater probability of surviving to age 80 than those retiring at exactly age 62. Now, they may want people to go longer, right? They may be, they may have, a bias that they want, folks to kind of retire later. But so this was one. The other one was the Harvard Business Review is likely to live longer if you retire after 65, right? And I don't know, how much, I'll talk about myself. I'm 58, and feel free to kind of add your thoughts, right? I'm just kind of sharing from my conversations with firm owners over the last 5-7 years, especially on this, as I see it's an aging community. CPAs are, they're aging. And, how much TV can I watch? I did the world tour. I was able to work while I was, doing the world tour. So I had my laptop. So I was, being productive as well, all through that process. What would I do when I retire? What would you do when you retire and you're healthy? You've got you're physically healthy, you're mentally healthy, you've got the energy. Retire and do what? Yeah. What would one do when you retire? Yeah. What would one do when they retire? And I'll tell you kind of where my own thinking is, and you'll do what's right for you, obviously. But I wanted to be very transparent with you, in this session. And since I came back from my world tour earlier this year, this is where I'm going for the next 15, 20 years. Straight Talk CPAs, that's my CPA firm. I want to serve as CEO, chairman of my firm. I want to continue building the team. I want to develop a successor, one or two. I want to continue building strong systems to attract private equity firms. So I want to be very attractive to them. And I want to continue working part-time, 5 to 8 hours per week. It's about right for me in my own CPA firm. CPA Marketing Genius, I want to do more of consult for equity with CPA firms. So really start working with CPA firms and start working on their firm together, partnership. And businesses across many different industries. And I want to spend about 20 hours per week with that. And I want to build equity in a handful of companies. So that's kind of my succession plan. I started accidentally last year in January with targettech.ai, and it's been great. I couldn't have asked for anything better. We just had the CEO and his wife over for dinner and enjoyed an amazing evening together. So just build a very good relationship from there. And it's been very, financially, it's been amazing from, where, what I've already got in the company and where it's going to go. And I just see the opportunity. So I've teamed up with Roland Frazier, the person who's done 1,000+ deals. And folks, this is one of my personal things that I have always, I feel thankfully kind of realized early on is I don't like to reinvent stuff. I refrain from that. So I'm really very tuned in to find people that are the best. And so once I did this deal with, Target Tech, I was like, man, who can teach me this stuff? Like, I want to do more of this, right? I want to get like 30, 50, $100 million of wealth through acquiring other companies, not 100% acquiring, but becoming an equity owner. And Roland was somebody I'd met and I stumbled across him. It's just like, once we have it in the mind, right, we start finding those opportunities. Like if you wanted to buy a Honda or a BM or an Audi, like you're doing the research, you end up, buying it. And then what happens for the next few months or something? Every Audi, and I did that last year. I bought an Audi. I would just see Audis everywhere on the streets, right? It's the same thing here, right? So you're kind of subconsciously looking for that and like, man, he's the guy. He's done 1,000 deals over 5 decades. I want to learn from the master. He's done it himself. He's been teaching it to others. I reached out to him, his mentor, becoming his mentor, had a good conversation, and I'm in. And I was like, all right, this is amazing. And it's like, how can I share this with my inner circle? Because I feel as CPAs, we're in that position to do that. So this is my succession plan, folks, that I'm just sharing with you here, going forward. And kind of, for you, you've got to, see what's right for you, and where do you want to be. It's a couple of questions that I see here. Is everybody getting good value from this so far? Let me look at the questions that have come up. Yeah, Swami, thank you for that feedback. Lee saying, I thought about it. What level of current revenue is needed for a CPA firm to be a good candidate for your new program? Lee, you're talking about the 6-week program. There's no requirement in revenues. It's anyone. It's startups to folks that are established. But I have 2 weeks is where I'm really going to go deeper into consulting for equity, right? I'm going to do a full deep dive and share with you the resources that I've already started putting together, and just this whole process, and just make you aware of it and start having these conversations of looking at your clients' opportunities and all that, really train you from a scripting standpoint, how to talk about, consulting for equity and the whole thing. So want to bring that to you guys so that you're equipped. Some of you will say, Salim, I've got these opportunities. Can we partner on this together with one of your clients or so? So I'm open to having those conversations with you as well. No need for anyone. It's the genius arbitrage, right? So we can kind of work together and grow together, benefit together. Lee saying yes. David, thumbs up. Marcel, thumbs up. Awesome. Great. Good stuff. Cool. All right. Any questions? Anything else? Anyone has any other questions? Well, I guess one more slide on succession planning, and then I'm going to kind of do a change and I'll talk about AI. And then I'll go a little bit about, the 6-week program, exactly what it is. So I'll spend a few minutes there. So when it comes to your succession plan, you've got 3 options, really. Do nothing about it. Continue working in the practice till you're not able to. At that point, you sell it for whatever you can get for it. Now, folks, you will be surprised at there are a good number of people that are in that option 1 category. And they're just sitting on it and they want to die on their desk kind of mentality. I'm going to just continue working and do tax returns and all that. And I'm not here to be judgmental. I said that. It's what's right for you. I just want to share with you what are the options so that you become clear what's right for you and where you want to go. So option 1 is that. Option 2 is fix up your firm, whatever that looks like, right? Make it attractive, sellable, whatever your time frame is. Maybe it's 3 years, maybe it's 5 years, maybe it's 7 years, 10 years, 15 years, whatever that is. And most firms sell for 1 to 1.2 times revenues. Yeah. Work with a broker. They'll kind of get you connected with, their, folks. They'll put it out there. They have a list of buyers and, and that, right? So that's option 2. A good number of people opt for option 2 as well, right? Nothing wrong with that. I'm not being judgmental. And then option 3 is you build your firm with systems and a team to make it less owner dependent. You install a marketing system that attracts high value clients and you make it a part-time role, right? You climb your way to becoming the chairperson of your firm, the CEO chairperson. You're not involved in the day-to-day running. And I'm being generous when I say 10 to 15 hours per week. If you do that, it can be a 5 to 8 hour week as it has been for me, right? 5 to 8 hours is about what I will spend on my firm, Straight Talk CPAs. And then you transition towards spending time with consulting for equity, right? You bring your genius, all these years of expertise and insights and observations and knowledge, and you start selectively working with a certain number of clients and having those conversations and start moving in that role. And as I said, if you're doing, and I gave the example, I think, of generating, say, $20,000 in consulting income a month, right? But whatever that amount is, maybe it's just a few a month, and maybe it's like $5,000 or $10,000 of consulting income, right? So you start moving in that direction, and the more you'll do it, the better you'll get at it. I've got all the frameworks. I'm all loaded up there, in terms of frameworks and questions to ask and all that. So you just kind of use that and lead the client through that process, which is super useful for the client. And so you do that, consulting for equity. So that's option number 3. You've got kind of 3 options, and that can be your succession plan. Do nothing about it, number 1. This webinar ends, and you're like, all right, let me just go back to doing what I was doing before the webinar or the call, right? Back to doing tax returns and answering questions from clients and all that. Or number 2 is like, all right, it's made some sense. This was good. I need to kind of find some ways of, find a way of seeing what improvements I need to make. And then 5 years, I'm out of here, right? It's been a career that's been ups and downs. like, so that's option 2. And option 3 is like, wow, this is, yeah, I see kind of where this is going and what this can do for me. And this is really exciting. I'm really ready for this. Yeah, all these years of experience and all that, I can really now make a difference in this way for clients, their businesses. And through that process, make a difference for my team as well. And then for my own family through intergenerational wealth. So like, that's kind of, the 3 options there with succession planning. Any questions, anything here on the topic of succession planning? Feel free to send it over. What option are you? What option? I'm curious. I couldn't hold myself from asking. Which option are you in? 1, 2, and 3. Where do you see yourself? No right or wrong, guys, and all works for me. Some 3s, leave 1 and going into 3. Jethia saying 2. Awesome. Swaminathan says 3, the way to go. Cool. What about the rest of you? Come on, guys, gals. Marcel, number 3, no doubt. Which one feels right for you? Which one's closer to your heart and head? Always good to make decisions based on heart and head. Just not head, just not heart. The combination of the 2 is the best. All right. While you guys do that, I'm going to transition and talk about the third area,